I came out about a year ago. The coming out process was a little bit long for me because I like to call it an unboxing process. I grew up in the church, and I grew up in a very loving family and a very LDS family. And from a young age, I was instilled with a love for the gospel. I remember as a young child knowing that something was different. I remember thinking that God must have made a mistake because I didn't feel like my sisters. I have 5 sisters in my family, and I didn't feel those girly things that they felt, and I always wished that I was a boy. And I remember just wondering if there was some way that maybe they could change that. Maybe a doctor could change me. And I remember asking my mom, saying, "Mom, is there a way for the doctor to change me into a boy?" And I was probably only 6 when I asked this question. And I remember her response. She said, "Well, yes, honey, there is a way that they can do that, but it's wrong. It's wrong, and that's what Satan wants." And so that immediately quieted those thoughts in me because I knew that they were wrong. As my life progressed, not only with my sexuality, but with a lot of aspects of my personality, I just boxed myself up in a lot of ways. I suppressed myself in a lot of ways. A lot of it was because of family conflict, and a lot of it was because of school conflict. But when I was about 28, 29, I was actually married at the time, and I started going to see a healer of sorts, and I found myself after not very many sessions very attracted, and finding that I had a crush on this person who was a female, and that scared me. But she did something that nobody in the past had ever done, because there have been many instances in the past where I had a crush on a girl and I just denied it. And she called me out on it. Basically, I found the courage one day to say, you know, I think I might be bi or something. And she just said, "Oh, honey, I could have told you that months ago." And that was a very freeing moment. She proceeded to pretty much tell me my life story. She said, "Let me guess, you've had several friends over the years who were girls, and you became really close friends really fast, and then something went wrong, and they weren't your friend anymore, and you were absolutely devastated." And that is absolutely true, and I realized that over the years, every time my heart had been broken, it had been by a girl. And there were a lot of changes happening in my life at that time when I came to this realization that, yes, I am gay, and it's okay. There were a lot of realizations coming to realize that I had lived a lot of my life basing my beliefs off of what other people told me to believe, doing the things that I had always been told to do. And it wasn't until I was in my late 20s that I realized I can make decisions for myself. And it might sound juvenile, but it was a very important realization for me. So I went off the beaten path for a while. I stopped going to church, and I was very, very active in the church for a long time. I had a very deep love for the gospel. I served a mission in East Tennessee, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And when I found myself questioning my spirituality, questioning my beliefs, that was difficult for me, because I remember thinking, well, was my mission a lie? And I knew that it wasn't. My mission absolutely was not a lie. I realized that as we go throughout our lives, we do the best with the knowledge that we have at that time. And as we go throughout our lives, we decide every single day what we are committed to. One day, I might be 100% committed to going to the gym and I make it there. And the next day, I might be sick and I'm not committed to going to the gym. And that doesn't mean that going to the gym is good or bad or that I'm a gym goer or not. It just means throughout our lives, every single day, we decide where our commitments lie. I feel like one of the things that I need to say is that I have a sincere hope that I will be able to someday be a fully active member in the church and still be able to be a lesbian. I don't know if that would ever or could ever happen in my lifetime. And I realize that there are people out there who are going to say, well, no way. But I know that God made me who I am. And the process of coming out and unboxing myself from all of those years of suppression and just feeling like I couldn't really be who I really was inside, I have felt an immense sense of happiness and joy and peace. And I've had people tell me, Emily, you are happier than I have ever seen you. Emily, I have seen such a change in you over the last 9 months. Emily, where were you all of this time? And I was here, I was just kind of screaming to get out, but I was very, very suppressed. I've realized that being gay does not nullify my testimony of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And having a testimony of the gospel of Jesus Christ, it does not nullify the fact that I'm gay. I can't exterminate one or the other from my life. I tried suppressing my homosexuality for a really long time, and I was a very depressed person. And when I went through the whole unboxing process, I tried just kind of letting go of the church for a while, and I find myself spiritually starved. I find myself really, really wanting that back in my life and realizing that I miss that. I've realized that it's important to me that whoever my partner is, they need to have a testimony of the church as well. They need to believe or at least respect the beliefs of the church. Because I've dated a few people who did not respect the church, and I found that that was very difficult for me. I just feel like there's so much hope right now for the future in our community. The outpouring of love, both from within the gay community and from within even the Mormon community, the ball is starting to roll really, really fast. And I know that great things are in store for us. We really just have to remember love and understanding and acceptance of all sides of the story. Today, inside my life, and today it feels amazing to be me. I am more myself than I have ever been in my entire life. And I'm going places and I'm doing things and I'm fulfilling dreams. I really, really love who I am. I introduced myself the other day and I said, my name is Emily, my middle name is Awesome Sauce, and my last name is Tompkinson. You know, I gave my full name, but I just said, my middle name is Awesome Sauce, and everybody laughed. But I meant it. Like, I know that I'm awesome. I know that I'm amazing, and it feels really, really good.